woke up this morning with an intention to, get out there and do my daily walk and, get healthy, stay physically fit. But it's raining, so I'm stuck in the backyard. Well, stuck underneath the back porch. Doing a little bit of exercise just the same, but, not as much as I would have done if I had gotten the opportunity to walk. I'm going to still do some movements and try to keep myself limber, keep my body limber. But this morning I was just reflecting on the message yesterday in church where our senior pastor spoke on the topic of Abraham and Abraham's move from his home, to a place that he didn't know where he was going, that he figured that God would show him, the way. It's a very interesting story. It's one of my favorite stories, the story of Abraham and his move from Ur of the Chaldees, the move, to leave his family, leave his home, leave everything where he have, and move to somewhere where he believed God is going to show him, or God tell him where to go. Not many people are willing to get up out of them comfort zone, break up them life, pack up them stuff, and move. Not many people are going to do that. For many of us, especially those of us who are immigrants, wherever the plane land, that's where we're going to stay. That's where we intend to go. That's where we're going to go. We're not going no further. And even if we go visit other places, we're not leaving. Many of us are like that. But it takes great faith to believe that God can, establish you or re-establish you in a different place than where you're used to. And that's what Abraham did. This morning, I want to stretch my conversation a little bit to say to us, check the lot size. Check your lot size before you move. Check your lot size before you move. This is why I'm saying this, based on yesterday's message at Open Bible. Abraham heard from God that he was supposed to move. He was supposed to go to a different place to live. And Abraham, the Bible says, believed God, and he decided to move. But Abraham, in moving, brought his nephew, whose name was Lot. You see what I'm getting at now? And in Genesis chapter 13, it talks about the fact that after a while, Lot became wealthy as a result of moving with Abraham, and Abraham became even more so wealthy as a result of their move. And conflict started happening between Lot and Abraham, between Lot's herdsmen or servants and Abraham's servants. Why? Because the space was not big enough. Check your lot size before you move. First thing, God never tell Abraham to bring Lot with him. God asks Abraham to go by himself. But Abraham, using, the same thing that most of us use, which is familiarity, trying to keep family, trying to make sure say you have friend and company with you. We always decide that we're gonna bring somebody else into God's plan. Because why? We're scared to do it alone. Maybe we don't want to leave out nobody. Whatever the reasons are. You see me? So now he has found himself in a situation where the two of them are arguing because the space not big enough. Check your lot size before you move. You are not supposed to take up any other person or take up any other responsibility other than the one that God gives you. Sometimes we need to leave out friend and company. Sometimes we need to move by ourselves, because whatever God is giving us is only enough to sustain us, to establish us. I'm not saying we're supposed to be mean. That's not the issue. But sometimes the resource that God is putting in place for you is only enough for your sustenance, enough for you to branch out, enough for you to be established, enough for you to get a foot in. So now, hear this now. Abraham and Lot start arguing. Not enough space, lot of sheep. Abraham have sheep. Lot of substance. Abraham have substance. Resources is small. As a result of this, Abraham had to step in and become the peacemaker. And listen how Abraham became the peacemaker now. Abraham said, no, let there be no quarrel between us. Let there be no quarrel amongst us. What we're going to do is this. We're going to separate. I am going to go to the left and you can go to the right. Or if you decide to go to the right, me I go to the left. Any which way you take the first pick, check your lot size before you move. Because now that you have done this thing where you have bring in Lot and Lot is utilizing the resources that God had put in place for you, now you have to basically compromise now and give Lot the first choice or the best pick of what is available. And as usual, Lot sound like any other average person. He looked around, the Bible said, and he said the best. He chose the best of what was available. He saw the land over to the east, and the land was well pastured, the land was watered, river running out and thing. And he said, that me want the plain, flat plain with enough grass for feed cattle and feed livestock, and that's the one that he chose. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, when God calls you, when you hear it in your head that you're supposed to do something or go somewhere, it is not for you to bring anybody in. It's for you to get up and decide to go. It's for you to say, God, I'm going to listen to your voice. I'm going to work with your plan. I'm going to move on your command, and let Lot, any other cousin or family or friend or relative where you have, see the move, but not make them be a part of the move. Because sometimes when they are a part of the move, they get to benefit more than you do. Ultimately, we see where Lot made a bad choice. Why? Because the same way how Lot came on the journey and end up the journey becoming a conflict to Abraham, is the same way he left and found himself in a situation where Abraham had to go back and rescue him. Abraham had to be using up resources to take care of this youth when that wasn't the intention. You see me? Sometimes if you not check your lot size, the same thing come back around for us. Make you have to extend yourself more, take more resources out of your pocket to rescue, to fix, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. And that part stay in my head, that part stay in my head. Check your lot size, Lot became a stumbling block to Abraham. And even after Lot's death, Lot end up becoming the father of the Moabites, who end up becoming enemies to Israel, Abraham's descendants. And just a whole lot of stuff end up happening as a result of what? Not checking to see if whether or not this person is worth bringing on the journey. So this morning, as you are encouraged, as I encourage you, as I am encouraged in my own self, you find yourself doing something, stepping out for God, making a move. Check who you're bringing with you, who you're informing, who you allowing to help make decisions, so to speak, or to speak into that move that God have in store for you. Check whether or not they're imposing on the resources that God has given to you to establish you. Check whether or not there is going to be conflict as a result of their decision versus your decision. Check whether or not you have to extend yourself to them even after you have given them the rights to do whatever they want to do. You still end up having to extend yourself towards them. Because these things are happening right now. There are so many people who are being limited by the company that they keep. There are so many people who are being hindered by the friends that they have. There are so many people who are being blocked, who are being as it were, undermined by the persons that they are around in this move of life, especially in this season where we know that we have to pull up stakes and we have to step out into new things. Be careful who you step out with. Check your lot size before you move. I had to say this. I had to drop this word in this morning. This is morning meditation. Long time I'm going to do some morning meditation. Yeah, I may look rough around the edges, guys, but hey, it's part of the growing. Sometimes you can't grow perfect all the time. Sometimes you have to look rough. Sometimes you have to, before you get refined and things. So have a good day, guys. I'm going to keep on doing the little exercise and see if we can fix up the body, because the body not required for the summertime. Yeah. Peace in the middle.